What's good, guys? I'm Jon the Chief, and for this video, it's going to be on how radiation weapons work in Fallout 4. So first off, let me just say, radiation works just like how it affects you. For every point of radiation damage that you deal to the opponent, its maximum health will be lowered by 0.1%. So a gamma gun which does 300 radiation damage will lower the opponent's maximum health by about 30%. This sounds really good because it's automatic and you can lower the maximum health by 30% with each shot, so just 4 shots will insta-kill any opponent. But unfortunately, a majority of enemies that you encounter throughout the Commonwealth will be immune to radiation damage. Robots, synths, any machine really, super mutants, ghouls, everything in the glowing sea, mirelurks, they're all basically immune to radiation damage. And actually ghouls, if you shoot them with a gamma gun, it will actually restore its health. It will recover health that was previously done to it. On the upside though, it's useful against humans. So gunners, raiders, all that good stuff, they will all be greatly affected by radiation weapons. Now, if you plan on using radiation weapons, I recommend you at least having 2 specific perks. The first one, which is awareness, it will tell you whether an opponent is immune to radiation damage when you go into VATS and look at them. There will be a symbol for the nuclear symbol, which is radiation, and if there is like a cancel sign on it, that means that the target is immune to radiation damage, so you should switch to a different weapon and use that. The next perk that you want is Nuclear Physicist. Now this will also require intelligence of 9, but what it does is that it will end up doubling your radiation damage. Now for the way the gamma gun will actually work on opponents is if they are immune, it will actually have a natural explosive damage that the gamma gun does, and that will deal a very tiny bit of damage to the opponent. But if they do take radiation damage, you won't even notice the damage that the explosion does, because the explosion will do its actual damage, but if you are lowering its maximum health by more than the actual damage that you're dealing, you won't even see the damage you're doing, you just see its maximum health being lowered to that point. To try and give you a better understanding of this concept, I'm going to give you a completely made up example. Suppose that there's a legendary enemy that you're facing and it has 100 health. You're using a irradiated baseball bat. It does 78 base damage with 50 irradiation damage. Now, what's going to happen when you hit the enemy? You're doing 78 damage to it, so it's going to be knocked down to 22 health. Then you're also doing 50 radiation damage, and so that should do another 5%, but that's only lowering its maximum health. So you will not see that on the 78 damage that you dealt, because that 78 damage is more than 5% of its health. But since it's a legendary, you're going to actually see it go back and heal itself to what it would be as full. But since you deal that radiation damage, instead of healing to 100%, it can only heal to 95%. Hope this example helps you understand it instead of making it more confusing. To also show how the gamma gun actually works, it doesn't matter what difficulty you're playing on. Since difficulty will affect the damage you're dealing and the health and other statistics, it will not affect the actual radiation damage and how much they take. This first clip is of me facing a gunner commander on survival difficulty. As you can see, my gamma gun is lowering it to basically no health after I put in the full thing of VATS. Now, when I switch to normal mode, it's going to do the same exact amount of damage because radiation will not be affected by the difficulty no matter what. You're being lowered to that amount as that maximum health possible. This also can be good for dealing with legendary enemies, since if you only use the gamma gun to hurt it, it won't even heal when you take it down below 50% health, because if all the damage you dealt was radiation damage, it can't heal any of it. To summarize everything up, basically, what you gotta do is deal 1,000 radiation damage with your gamma gun, and it only works on humans most of the time. And if they have power armor, it won't be that useful. All in all, not my go-to weapon. Hope this video gave you a basic understanding of how radiation weapons work within Fallout 4. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and have a great day, guys.